Hey, AP Govers, and first of all, congratulations. You have made it through all of the required content and required projects for this project-based learning cycle. I am super stinking proud of you. You rocked it out, and you should be proud of yourselves. With that, you will take your final assessment from me on Monday. Right on this government in action project cycle, there will be two questions. Right, both are going to be free response. One of them is an argumentative essay that should take you about approximately 30 minutes of the class, maybe a little bit less, and then a concept application that's going to take you about 15 minutes to complete. Just so you know, I am going to give you two possible FRQs. I'm going to pick one of them and put it on your test. I'm not going to tell you which one it is, but look at both of them and you should be in good shape for that component of the test. And then the concept application, woo, it's going to be a surprise. I'm not telling you what it is, but I promise you will be a-okay with it. So to prepare, I'd look back at all of your terms, your textbook reading, right? Consider what are some possible answers to your argumentative question, right? Think about what foundational documents I might throw on there that you might want to review for this assessment. Okay, so option one is here, right? Over time, the system of divided power has arguably made any of the three branches the most powerful, depending on that particular point in history. Develop an argument that explains which of the three, legislative, executive, or judicial, was intended by the founders to be most powerful. Notice I have underlined intended by the founders, so you are not writing about which one you think is the most important. You are writing about the intent of the founders. What did they plan when they actually wrote this document? Again, with all argumentative questions, right, you have to have a defensible claim or thesis that responds to the prompt with a line of reasoning. Yada, 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 because, okay, right, you have to explain your opinion. You can't just pick a side. You have to say why that side is valid, okay? Once you have made a very clear-cut claim with a line of reasoning, you need to have two pieces of evidence. You are going to describe each piece of evidence, and then you are going to explain why each one links back to the claim. Okay, again, I'm not telling you what the three pieces of evidence you're going to be required to use are, but they are going to be foundational documents, so I would review those foundational documents before Monday, okay? Once you have made a claim, use two pieces of evidence, linked both two pieces of evidence back to the claim, that's 5 points. One more point is responding to an opposing or alternate perspective with refutation, concession, or rebuttal. So you have to say another view is this, that is accurate because, or it could be accurate because, or you can say another view is this, and that is invalid because, okay, right? So it's a 6-point rubric, right? If you do not establish a line of reasoning with your claim at the very beginning of your essay, the most you're going to get on this essay is a 2 out of 6 for your two descriptions of two pieces of evidence, specific and relevant. Okay, so that claim or thesis is the most important part of your essay because you can't link evidence to a claim if you don't have one. You can't provide an opposing or alternate claim if you don't have an original one. Okay, so, and that's the same for both of them. Okay, so the second option, again, is going to follow the same format because it's an argumentative essay and it is very similar. This one is more specific, though. It just deals with two branches. The power of the executive branch in relation to the legislative branch has varied over time. Develop an argument that takes a position on the appropriate balance of power between the president and Congress. Use at least one piece of evidence from the foundational documents. Again, this is asking your opinion, but what do you think is the appropriate balance of power between that president and Congress? Even though it is allowing you to provide your perspective, you do not write I in an argument. It decreases the value of the argument. Just make the statement. The power of the president, right, the president should have more power than Congress because. All right, so that is all you have for that. And then you'll have a concept application, which is going to be a little scenario, and it's going to be 4 little points to answer. With that, that's all we have. Happy studying. Visit in a Google Meet if you have a question. But I'll see you on Monday for a test.